Alright, what's up guys? Just wanted to do a quick video about prepping your pop. I'm still in the process of sculpting and working on my custom pop, so you see I've got a little work done. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, so I am in the process of sculpting. Let me see if I can get some better light here. It's a little better. So yeah, there's still a lot of work to do on the pop and working on the hair and such. So, yeah, let me make this. Let me try to get some better light. Alright. So, haven't really finished, so I can't do the full time lapse or major tutorials or anything like that. So I just wanted to go ahead and give you little tips for prepping your pop. So, Mikey is next on my list, and starting with him. So this is straight out of the box. What you want to do is wash him down. Just a little mild like dish soap, maybe a toothbrush if there's like a lot of little grooves and stuff that you want to make sure that you get in, that you're going to be painting over. But basically just give them a quick wipe down, because they do tell you that when the pops come out of the factory that there is a little bit of factory oil, maybe a little unseen little layer of dirt on them, like they're not super clean, so you want to wash them before you do anything else. Technically you can take the head off before you wash it, but I made that mistake once. I took it off before I washed it, and then I got a ton of water inside the head. So I prefer to keep the water out, because then you have to wait for the water to kind of drain out. I sit it on a paper towel and let the water drain. So I find I get less to maybe sometimes even no water inside the head if I just wash it down while the head's still attached. Depends on how good the glue still is on the bottom. Yeah, so I wash it down, dry it off really well, and after you do that, you have two different ways you can prep it for paint or sculpting. My preferred method is just to kind of scuff up the parts that I'm going to be sculpting on, just so it has like a little grit, a little texture to kind of better adhere the clay to. You can totally strip the paint off the pop using acetone, so like a strong fingernail polish remover. I say strong because I literally applied fingernail polish to him and nothing, well, not him, to Raphael, the one I've already finished, and it took zero paint off. So you don't need a high concentration of acetone. You can get it straight, but I think you have to really be careful with it when you're using the high concentration, and like make sure you like wear a mask and don't breathe it in and stuff like that. I don't have any straight acetone. I just tried the fingernail polish and I guess it was too weak. So for me, I just use sandpaper, and I don't have any more to show you. This is the package where I had, you can see it was Auto Advances the 800 grit. What I'd probably say is go a little bit, the higher the number, the finer the sandpaper. 800 is, that's typically what I use to polish after I've baked, which will be discussed in a later video, but it's more of like a polishing. It's not going to give you a good grit. I would recommend going with like, you could go probably anywhere from like 600, maybe even down to 400, just to scuff him up. Again, this is if you're wanting to just sculpt right on top of him. If you're wanting to paint, you'd probably want to scuff him up with the grittier one, and then come back with the 800, and then kind of polish it up a bit so it's not too gritty before you too textured before you apply your paint or your primer. But that's what I do. I avoid the acetone. I tried it fingernail polish once, it wasn't good enough, so I use sandpaper. I scuff them up. Depending on what you're trying to do, you may want to pop off the head first. So I have another video. I will link to that of popping the heads off the Funko Pop. I do recommend, if you're doing the sanding method that I use, you want to use something to protect yourself from the particles as you're sanding. I recommend at the very least using like these little dust masks. If you're going to be doing heavy sanding, like say if you have to, maybe you don't want some of this stuff on. I cut this piece off, but like if there's like places, like say if you wanted to, I don't know, it's a different pop and you want to remove like little accessories, or I removed a backpack off of another pop and you want to use a Dremel or something like that to do really aggressive sanding, definitely want to use this. And you want to use it, at least at the very least, this, all parts of the sanding. I made that mistake with my very first figure. I did the priming, sanding, and then I sanded the baked figure, everything, like all these sanding processes without using a mask, and it was really bad. And I do regret that. So yeah, definitely at the very least use the little cheap mask. I really think that these were like, this is a 5-pack that came from Home Depot for like, I don't know, it was probably like $5. They're really cheap. You can get big boxes of them for like, I think $8 to $12, and you just use them, throw them away. Like it's really really cheap. I think I'm gonna invest in a Dremel. I didn't need it for this pop, but I definitely needed it for the one I was working on here. There was a lot of heating up the pop and cutting pieces off super carefully with an X-Acto knife, which can get a little dangerous. So I'm gonna invest in a Dremel for prepping future pops, because I literally took this backpack off and I cut it off. It was a little Peter Parker Spidey thing. I cut it off and there was still a lot of leftover plastic that I had to slowly carve away. It was like peeling a tiny potato with the world's sharpest knife. And yeah, I don't really trust myself. So I am going to invest in a Dremel. I think you can get cheap ones for like $25 to $35 for a small kit on like Amazon. So I think I'm going to do that for future references. Just to see how it goes. And if I do that, I will definitely do a video. But yeah, make sure to stay tuned. I am going to be showing you a time-lapse version of making, I sculpted this hat, and I'm going to walk you through what to do, what not to do when sculpting a hat. And then also, going to do some videos talking about, sculpting hair and such like that. So a lot of videos. I have footage in the process. It's not ready yet. So until then, prepping the pop. And again, I linked the removing the head off the Funko Pop. And I will be back with more videos really soon. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you.